Alright, so I was asked to do a review of my new setup. I have a Peter Corbell SK7 with, on the forehand I have MXS, and on the backhand I have Dignics 05. I just got it. Um, Pretty sweet rubber, dude. Pretty sweet rubber. Coming from a slower setup, I had Donick Waldner Senso Carbon for the blade. It's has a hollow handle. And on the forehand, I had Hurricane 3 Neo. On the backhand, I had Donick Blue Fire Big Slam. So, Dignics review. Coming from my slower setup, first things I noticed was it is extremely fast. That being said, after just adjusting to it, like a couple minutes of hitting, my blocking is so extremely easy. You don't need to do any effort or any work against the loop. You just hold your paddle there. Even if your form is horrible, I imagine it'll probably just land in the same exact spot every time. So you don't really need to do a lot of effort on the block. The punching is extremely good. With the if you go for any drives, the ball has a decent low arc on it, and it still carries a good amount of spin as well as speed. Um, you can load up the ball really hard if you go for some big rips, and it's still fairly easy to control. The one thing I noticed with other rubbers is that when you really rip into the ball, sometimes your rubber bottoms out with regards to how much force you're putting in there and hits the net. But with the Dignics, it really takes all of your power in and transforms it into spin while maintaining a low arc. What else? Let's see. Uh, so I think that's it. Today was my first day using it, and I can definitely tell it's going to take a little bit of practice to figure out what exactly the rubber is capable of. So today for my matches, I was just making use of the first thing to learn, which is the blocking. So in the game, I tried to move on my feet and just get that blocking down, and maybe a drive every once in a while. My flicks are fairly decent, so I was making really good use of my flicks. And you don't really need to put too much oomph into it, but you can, and it'll still stay controllable. The one thing that I had an issue with is going in like a middle gear. So it's not like, if I don't want to go for a rip and I don't want to go for um, like a soft touch, then I have issues controlling the ball. Like I have to go for a full stroke. I can't just go for like one of those half strokes. But I imagine that's just something I'm going to fix with a little bit of time using the rubber. But overall, I feel like there's not really anything I can't do with the rubber. Uh, yeah, I think that's all of it. Yeah, that's my review.